homies chatting. The podcast THC. Two homies chatting. Kenny, let me ask you something. Just two homies chatting. Record to the cloud.
Dude, I'm a sucker for a good lid.
Dude, I will tell you this, right? Like, I'm pretty frugal. So, like, I'm like, I don't really want to do all this. I don't want to spend all this money. So I hop on to Kohl's, right? And like Kohl's is like an avenue for fanatics.
Interesting.
And, bro, I bought all three of these half off.
Nice.
Like going to like Kohl's versus going to Fanatics. I bought them during the holiday season. Got a little bit of that time. So, I was doing T11, typically called T5 in the e-commerce world, but it was T11 this year. But dude, I got hooked on the deal, bro. And I saw your lidspiration that you had there, right? And I was just lidspired.
Lidspired. Nice.
And you were just my lidspiration, bro. So I had to
your lid game is now it's you got Lidsanity going on right now. It's awesome.
They would call me as like our guy, avid listener of the show, Russell Wilson, Mr. Unlimited.
Unlimited, dude. I'm on Kohl's right now. I got shit in my cart already. I didn't know that they were an avenue for fanatics.
Yeah, so like
that's right.
Kohl's
shout out to e-commerce
does that. Yeah, dude. E-com, man. It's and I like you can go on Kohl's and for me, Ken, I'm a Kohl's card guy, right? You get me with Kohl's cash. You get me with the discounts, right? You want to see my cart increase. You want to see an AOV, average order value, go slightly above, your current seasonal average. Just throw some coops, throw them coops in there, and I'll buy the spaghetti basket, no doubt.
Do it. No. Yeah, I mean, there's I do it.
Just trying to keep up with you, bro. Just trying to keep up with you.
Well, you're doing a good job, and I think you're actually in the lead now. And this tip you just gave me, I forget that Kohl's is national. And I didn't know they were a Fanatics Avenue, so I appreciate that tip. I got pajamas in my cart. Dude, look at these. All right, let's move on. Do you want to do a podcast today?
Yeah, I mean, we can. I would love to. I'm so glad that we are getting together here. I know, sometimes we plan this and then we start creating notes and then, eventually we hop on. We busy guys, okay? We're busy dudes. You got a small chitlin, and that could be a handful. I'm in my seasonal peak, and so it gets a little crazy. But I'm glad to be on the ones and twos again.
Absolutely happy to be here, but I'd really like to know what you mean by seasonal peak. That's holiday shopping, e-commerce.
Yeah, like shopping? Like e-com world, very high volume over the last. Roughly halfway from the 15th of November on, right? Like here's the thing too, that you want to know, as Peter Griffin says, you want to know what chaps my ass, Kim?
Yeah. Isn't it grinds my gears?
Maybe it is grinds my gears. I'm not sure.
Right.
But what grinds my gears? What grinds my chapped ass, Kenny, is this idea that like we're just gonna call it Black Friday deals for the entire month. Like it's just called holiday deal now. It's just called cyber deal or just whatever. Like it's just deal. Like you can't say it's
I agree,
Black Friday 100%. And the shit kicked off on a Monday.
Right. And that was 3 weeks ago.
Bro, crazy.
Moving on.
Crazy.
You could call it Christmas deals now. Like that's what people are doing, right?
In case people
everybody's on the Christmas radio. Wait, that's at stores. I forgot we're on the internet here.
We're live. We're live on 98.5 KLUC.
I mean, we're alive.
Yeah, dude. That's some good like philosophical like Zen golf type of attitude, right? Like at least I'm grateful to be alive to swing this golf club.
Right. Just being
No,
aware,
no, anyways.
mindful of this moment. And I just I feel like that's a really good place to start. Um,
Ooh.
Having a drink, uh, something to be mindful of. And friend of the program, Lagunitas,
Friend of the program.
brings
Program.
brings me my first beverage for this evening. Lagunitas Brewing Company, a little something something, a smooth and silky wheat, just like you, bro.
I'm a smooth and silky wheat, bruh. Bruh. Um, I like where your head's at, Kenny. And I'm gonna join you. I know last time we did this, I was kind of on a sobriety break, but guess what? Not in December. Nope. Not
New month,
not today. All right. New month, new
not
me.
during peak seasons.
And, and back in September, we took a little trip over to the islands, right?
Islands, the Hawaiian Islands.
The Hawaiian Islands, and we got hooked on this little Maui Brew and Co. while we were out there, right? They were throwing out some fire ciders, they were throwing out some fire beers, Mo likes her ciders, right? But come back into town, right? Small town Oregon, and go to the quickie stop, and what are they slanging? Some Maui brews. So I picked me up this bikini blonde here, lager, and to your point right here, Kenny, crafted with passion, inspired by paradise. We are an
Goddamn
innovative,
right.
independent brewery. Welcome to the Ohana.
Aloha.
That's right, baby.
Cheers. Cheers, brother.
Oh man, I should have.
It's really great to be back in this environment with you.
Yeah, it is
Where do
great
you
to
want
be
to go
back.
first?
I think, I think we gotta rip the Band-Aid off. I think you put it number one in the thread, right? Did they get it right? You feel like they got it right.
Oh, yeah, we do
I
have to flip this
assume
there.
you feel like it
Everybody's
got
got
it
an
right.
opinion. I do. I
Yes.
do. And I called it. And yeah, I do. And so everybody's got an opinion, right, on this. And I love it. And I love Booger McFarland standing on his rock there for Florida State. And in no way am I saying they don't deserve any of that. But they never lied. They always said they're just gonna put the four best teams. And it's just always been that was an easy choice. And but I think they got it right, man. I think they did.
Yeah, I'm kind of torn here, right? Like, I think you're right, right? Like, did they get it right? Most likely, right? You can't make everybody happy. Now, my beef is like, it's the best team, right? And I
Right.
believe firmly that if you were to ask me who the best team is, I have to put Florida State in that conversation because of they lost arguably a Heisman candidate at the time.
Right. And
It's still won out.
won
Now,
those games.
I think strength of
Good
schedule
argument.
down the stretch comes into play a lot, which was like, I think they had like their last three games were like 51st in strength of schedule. Michigan's was first in strength of schedule. You're looking at like Alabama and Texas both were like a top 10 strength of schedule. But I do have a hard time with creating certain parameters historically. And I think that this year probably proves that the four team has always kind of been a bad concept. I think it was a conservative approach in the original launch, right? Like, how do we shake it up, but not shake it up too much? Which is so funny because, like, I think D1, AA, and AAA, and D2 and D3 schools with their little bracket tournament play for the national championship is a way better system. Like, their little 12
just
team.
like the NFLs, right? Here's another instance where the NCAA just can't fall in line.
Can't fall in
professional step. Like, let's put a microphone in the helmets and but we're going there, right? Keep going.
So then my next thought is I'm a business guy, right? I look at revenue numbers. All right. And if you were to ask me now, again, I think Washington just made a statement too much where it's like, yeah, are they the Pac-12 championship? I would say I think Washington's the odd team fan base wise, just fan base wise. But I
Oh
think
yeah,
when you look at
small.
like revenue numbers, Texas will travel, Alabama will travel, Michigan
Hmm.
will travel. I'm sure Washington will travel. I know
Yeah,
Florida State has a strong fan base, like it's a great fan base. I just think like you're looking at who's are bigger, and then I think the fact that Washington got to beat Oregon twice, clean through everybody. And I mean, the Pac 12 was really good this year. Like, I mean, Oregon State was a tough out. Wazoo at one point was a tough out. Like, everybody was pretty solid, but I do think, I think I think Alabama had to get in, right? Like, you just can't, SEC champ, one loss. I get it. I get the
I
way that the narrative is.
I
I get
actually
it.
think that was the other way to do it. That
Yeah.
they didn't want to do was to leave an SEC team out and put Florida
Yeah.
State in. But I think you're right. Revenue. I mean, come on.
I do think
That
Texas,
decision alone, like, is a difference between making
yeah,
probably 20 million, 30 million more on that semifinal bowl game, like just in fan draw. It
them Bible
probably
Belts
increases
love,
advertising
love. Roll
rights. I
Tide and
mean,
Jesus, baby.
come
Roll
on.
Tide
I
and
mean,
Jesus.
that's the obvious thing here. But they played good football, like, as well. They beat the best team
They
for the
beat
last
the
2 years,
best team. Yes. And I
like,
think
and
that
not
gives you,
fluky
yeah,
either. Like, they
yeah.
did it. I don't know. I think it's
I'm with
interesting.
you.
I think they just did what they've always said that they were going to do, and I think and they knew everybody was going to hate it, but I don't know.
And
You
and I
also
think
wonder
like,
if who do you want wanting to kill you? I'd rather have Florida State fans after me than Alabama fans.
yeah, well, I don't think Alabama is, and this might be like, I don't think
But
it's hot. I think Texas is the questionable one. And I think the only reason why Texas got in is because they beat Alabama. And so I
yeah,
think they look at it and go, how can I be a one loss team and a conference champion and beat a team that's in the playoff and
yeah,
then handed that
be
team
out.
their only loss of the season?
Yep.
They lost to Oklahoma in the season. So I think like that's kind of Texas is the team. I do think the hardest part I have, dude, and this is like not to get like too political, but this is like what happens when like you're like people with power who don't fucking play and haven't played in a long time. Don't get me wrong, we all watch football, right? Like we
Yeah.
all watch teams, but like how many fans loved those Boise State teams in the early 2000s, and how many times did the NCAA not give us that? And then when Boise State got that opportunity, they shined, dude. Statue of Liberty play, they fucking beat
Right.
Oklahoma in the Fiesta Bowl. They're like
Right.
national champs, right? Like so. I think like it's like one of those things where I'm like, man, this is what happens when you have somebody kind of deciding your fate, and then you don't have like the beautiful thing of a tournament and like the structure that you have is like you win and you're in, you control all your fate, right? Like once you're in, you can just everybody's 0-0, right? Fantasy football. Next week, whoever's in the playoffs, we're all fucking 0-0. It doesn't matter if you went 10-2, 10-3. None of that shit fucking matters. It's
I
about
went
who's
10-3.
peaking. Yeah, like
I'm
it
still
doesn't,
peeking.
right? Like all of that. So it's just, I don't know, dude. I think Florida State did get snubbed. If you were to ask me what team snubbed them, I do think it's Texas. I don't think
Hmm.
Texas is like, I think Texas is the classic, we are who we thought they were, right? I don't think they show up. I don't think,
Hmm.
but I will tell you the one thing I love, and this is the one thing I love because I'm a fucking homer, Kenny. I'm a fucking
Word.
homer.
Why
I'm a
not?
Buckeye. Is that there was no sweeter reaction than watching Michigan hear that they got to play Alabama in the first round,
Right.
knowing that their confidence snapped right there. Like
Shit.
you want to talk about a team that lost the game before the fucking game even started, is
Right.
when they saw that they got Alabama, and you can hear just stomachs hit through their assholes. Like they just fucking, I love that, dude. I love that because I think, and I love shout out to who was it? Missouri's coach who's like, yo, you guys calling me up for some signs or whatever the fuck that shit is. I fucking love it all, dude.
Nice.
Yeah, I mean,
That's funny.
can't make everybody happy in the CFP, but hopefully it's
No.
great. Look
Well,
at that
next year it
Brownie
will
the
be.
elf, dude. That's fucking
Oh
sick.
yeah, you like that?
Snappy or whatever his
Like,
fucking name
dude,
is fucking
just that's Brownie the elf. That's
Brownie.
the name of that pose is Proud, the Proud Elf, and then there's Stiffy
Yeah, yeah, Stiffy.
at center field, which
That's
they held another vote, by the way, in Cleveland, and they had all these dope dog logos. The one I have on the lid, and Stiffy still won. Like, that's what's up.
I think there's like this.
It's cool now. I
Yeah,
like it.
like that the
I'm all
retro
about
flip.
it.
I've
It's been
loved
hanging
seeing
in
the
my garage
retros this
forever.
year,
I'm
dude.
all about it.
Yeah, I've been
Yeah,
a big fan of.
the all whites that Cleveland's been wearing is actually one of my favorite looks. The only thing I like better, maybe, is when they wear the white face mask with the brown and orange combo, like they did in the 80s. I love
Mm.
that. Like,
I thought
that's the jam.
Bengals rocking the snow leopards on Thursday night was not bad,
Yeah,
but
it was okay.
can I share something about tomorrow night, bro?
Please.
Right?
I mean,
You want to? I got a bet on the line. You want to hear the bet, dude? You want to hear the parlay?
I do. I do. I'm ready for your parlay.
And if anybody is listening, right? And by the way, speaking of really quick, Kenny, like shout out to Deutschland. I don't know what happened, but like we got this crazy surge of German listeners. So shout out to our Bavarian brothers and sisters out there who listen to this podcast. We appreciate you. This is two homies chatting with your host Kenny and Trace. We love to, Dankeschön, as we should say. But fuck, where was I at? I said but fuck. Where bet. Okay, ready for this?
Ready.
So this is the confidence I have, and I'll elaborate too here shortly. So I have
so.
I
We
have
all hope so.
a dollar bet that pays out $1,500. Okay, just
All right.
$1 pays out 1,500. The bet is Jack or Pats versus who Steelers, right? That's who we're playing.
Yeah.
Under 30 points combined.
Okay.
Okay.
Likely.
Over 3.5 field goals.
Likely.
Zappy Hour throws an interception.
Probably.
Trubisky throws an interception.
Guaranteed.
Both defenses score. Both defenses is a special team score.
Ooh. That's the one. I think that's the one you're gonna miss. I just don't. I don't know. That's a good bet though. I like that. I think. I'm super confident of those first four. Those are gonna happen. Like, I would take that money right now.
I'm confident in that shit too, dude. Let me tell you. And here's
but I don't know if anybody's running a kickback. Pick six on either side, fumble recovery either side. I don't know. Would they count as safety? Does that count as a score, defensive score?
No, it's gotta be touchdown. Got to be touchdown.
Good, interesting.
Yeah, anytime touchdown, defense or special teams. And now my vision is that there's a kickoff, starts the game, runs it back.
Okay. Maybe.
And we're both like, fuck.
Steelers were gonna run that kickback, opening kick. Okay.
Yeah. Then later on in the game,
that's a Steelers thing.
I got New England blocking a punt for the score.
Okay. I could see that happening because that's
just I feel like a lot of bad football is about to happen tomorrow. Defensive side of the ball is going to be great. So pick them up. Pick them up.
I agree. I agree with you there, and that's ride or die. I can't wait to watch it.
Can I?
I want you guys. Yeah, I think you guys are going to win. To be honest, I think the Steelers, their ride is over.
Bro, we're purposely tanking.
I thought that was the case too, and everybody's like Bill's job, and I'm like, not if like they're all in on it.
No, Bill's job. You mean we have the most salary cap next year, and we're gonna have a top 3 pick, right? Watch, right? Oh, chance to drive down the field and win the game. and we randomly, with a minute and 40 some seconds left, bench Mac Jones and just throw Sappy Hour out there, okay, fine. Got a chance to win the game. You're telling me this fucking rookie can't hit a 27-yard field goal? And he not only misses, but misses so far to the right, he hits it fucking wider than he does deeper, right? Like, I mean, we're just watching it happen. And it's so evident. But the great thing about it is like the defense is still making everybody only score 10 points. Like, we're still playing this great defense, but it's like watching Zach Wilson. It's like watching quarterbacks where I'm like, what, do they not want us to score touchdowns? Because that's how it feels. It feels like Bill Belichick's on that headset and he's like, it's hot and cold. Those are the only two words he's saying. And when he says hot, it's time to get cold. Like, it's nuts, dude. But you know what, Kenny? At least this is the beauty of the current situation. Now, I've never been in this situation before in my life, right? I've been a part of some bad New England teams in the early years, but never 2-10, 2-11, or some shit, right? At least I know what I'm getting, right? At least I know what all these teams with false hope, right? At least I didn't invest $700 million into a quarterback and I'm fucking sub 500 like the Bills. At least I
Right.
didn't invest $300 million into a quarterback who can't stay on the field like your beloved Cleveland Browns.
That's a total bummer
Right.
right there. Yeah, you're right.
The Chargers.
Ugh.
The at least I know what I'm getting. And so
Right.
what I love is that the thing that makes you appreciate Tom Brady that I've never really kind of put into perspective until today. Because, you go through like your appreciations, right?
Right.
Sustained 20 years of greatness outside of his second year as a starter after winning the first Super Bowl. And they didn't make the playoffs. And they didn't make the playoffs, and they're still a winning team, right? And the year he tore his ACL, he won every year. Not one of those years did he waste his talent. Like, we were deep in the playoffs. We weren't questioning if we are going to make the playoffs. And I love that. I love that the Bills have to question if they need to fire their head coach or not. I love that like teams are sitting here going like, you've put all this money into these players, these quarterbacks, right? And Alex Smith is like, quarterback plays never been better. Well, let me tell you something, Alex Smith.
I
These motherfuckers
disagree,
ain't playing
sir.
good. You
Yeah.
know? I'm just saying.
Yeah, you saying
It's
it right.
advantageous. It's advantageous.
I agree. I agree.
No Caleb Williams, though.
I don't think he's the right one. I don't know who you
No.
get though. I don't think any of them were good.
I put money on it right now that Bill Belichick trades back.
Right.
But I would
Do
take
you
Marvin
think?
Harrison.
Yeah, I would draft him in the right spot. He's going to be good.
Yeah.
So that's probably a lock. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, what are we sipping on the second round, bro?
Oh, jeez. Second round. Yeah. I've got, let's see. No, I've got,
Nah.
no. Let's see. I want this one. Santa Fe, New Mexico. Shout out to our new Mexican listeners. I've got their brew, Santa Fe Brewing Co., the 7K IPA. I'm gonna enjoy this tonight. Erratic decision making at high altitudes. I'm just gonna give you the highlights of the read there.
Oh, okay.
So citrus, tropical characteristics, erratic decision making at high altitude. That's what this is all about, apparently. So
Okay.
that's where I'm at.
All right, Teed. Well, I came across this beer, Cervecería Norte. Okay. Now this is out of Portland, right? Um, oh, I'm gonna botch this. All right. So please just be patient and just roll with it. It says Camacho El Gallo
Mm.
Maldonado.
Ooh, you're doing great.
Struts through the yard.
Keep it up.
Gallo refreshingly plumes with light, crisp, and clean flavors of traditional Mexican style lager made with
Mm.
high percentage of non GMO corn, North American malt, and hops. Gallo will get your shit.
It will get your
Yeah,
shit.
I can't pronounce.
Gallo will
It'll
get
get your
your
shit on.
shit on. That's what I'm saying. You don't need that. Nobody else can see what you're reading.
I
Just make
can't,
it
I
up,
can't.
bro. Nobody can tell, so you could have said anything.
I was
But
trying to read,
Gallo,
bro.
is
But
that
third grade.
Gaillo? Gallo?
Gallo. I think it's rooster. It's a rooster. I like to
Rooster.
get it. I like to get a little. I don't know if you like a
Gallo.
little. You put a little michelada beer salt on your Mexican lagers, Kenny? You ever get
I,
down on
I
the
I don't. I'm such an amateur. I is that a thing?
You don't like your Mexican lagers or lagers dressed, bro?
I prefer them dressed. But I
Yeah.
just didn't know how to do it. They've always just been naked. I don't know.
Yeah.
They just
Next
drop the
time,
trees off and go back to the Mexican forests. I don't know.
next time snag yourself a little beer salt, bro. Get a little
Beer
michelada beer salt.
salt. Genius. And you
Then
just
then you
on the
just
top,
then you just do a little on the top right there. Huh? Huh?
just anywhere you
Hmm?
feel like it. No pattern or anything.
Nah, just the more the merrier.
Uh, And does it stain your mustache a little bit for later? Like every
Dude,
sip,
I got the trimming these days. This thing's
you
looking,
got
I gotta
the
take a head swagger test.
giving salty kisses out there in the wilderness,
A little
in the
pokey, a little
Oregon
pokey,
woods.
bro. It's nice out here, man. It's nice out here, especially this time of year. Now, this is like the first December. I'm going January will be 4 years in Oregon. This is our first
Forgan.
this yeah, Forgan.
Sweet.
Um
Congratulations on your Forgan.
Uh, just Forgan in the kitchen, bro. Just Forgan
Sweet,
in the
dude. Just
kitchen.
you now have Forgan status. So congratulations.
Yeah. Dude, yeah, it's been crazy. But this is the first like full December we'll be here. Because like when I coming back to Utah, I
Right.
don't need to be back for work, so we're just hanging out. So, um, yeah, it'd be
Do you got a
kind of
tree up? Did you
interesting.
put a tree up?
Bro, I put a tree up. Yeah,
Nice. Proud of you, dude. You decked the
yeah,
halls. That's great.
yeah.
Nice. Coco, did you listen to Bing Crosby?
Dude, I've been, I not yet. I'll put him
You'll
on the
get there.
playlist.
Do it.
Not
Harry
Coco.
Connick Jr. Harry Connick
Oh,
Jr. is my
dude.
number one. That's my number one.
Hey,
Ask anybody.
HCJ, bro.
My
HCJ.
guy.
Come
All
on.
day.
Yeah, what was he? What
All
a
day.
handsome, dapper dude, right? Like, I mean, it's not unusual. What a guy, huh?
Buble kills it too, but I'm not a fan.
Oh, for real?
I'm a Harry Connick Jr. guy. I
Can I,
mean, he's great. I mean,
I'll
Buble's
share
great. He's
something
great.
about Blue Blade. Blue Blade. It's
Please.
funny because I was just talking to my brother Josh today because he's in Salt Lake and he's doing like working a conference. So he called me while he's walking them streets of the SLC. And
No shit.
we used to be stagehands in Vegas, right? Like we did that as
Right.
like some part-time work. And so I worked Blue Blade, right? And I'll say
Right.
this, and I've worked some big names. By big names,
ZZ Top.
I'll throw. Yeah, I got to carry their guitars. That
Right.
was pretty
That's
dope.
really yeah.
It's
That
pretty
stuck with
pretty
me. You
cool.
said that. I
Casey
never
and the
forgot.
Sunshine Band.
Big fan. Yep.
The guy I believe they call him Tim McGraw. I think is his name.
Oh
Uh,
shit! Is that Faith Hill's wife?
yeah, she was there too.
Nice.
Gwen, what's Gwen Stefani? No doubts. Um,
I think it's Stephanie.
Oh, I think so. I think so. But when I worked Buble, he was the only one out of all of them, any show I worked, that hung out while we packed his trucks up, hung out,
All right.
drinking black velvet and smoking cigarettes, and thanked everybody afterwards.
Nice.
So that's where he gets my nod of like, dude, I liked you, but now I kind of like you, dude, bro. You cool on
He's a
down.
homie.
He's a
He's a
homie.
homie.
It's that little nod of appreciation. You fucking, you know how it is, dude. You wrapping
Oh
chords
yeah.
up. You're fucking moving speakers, instruments. You're packing shit up all over the place. You're taking down their whole set.
Yeah.
So
It's not
like,
easy.
no, there's like
Depreciation. That's
15
cool.
fucking trucks that you're fixing.
Wow.
Shares
I
your appreciation. I'm all about that.
we
And
enjoy the buble around here, but if we could only choose
HCJ.
one, it's CJ. Yeah,
I
that
remember
was my
having
point
these
earlier.
conversations. Yeah. I
He's a
remember
big. I'm a
having
big
these
fan.
conversations,
Big fan.
you know, because like we were talking about, I think one night we got like real drunk at the old Chuckston, Chucky Heights.
That was the
And
glory days, right?
we did modern day Rat Pack, right? Didn't we like spend all
Yeah, we
night
did.
doing a
I
modern
think
day
we did
Rat
do
Pack
that.
argument?
Yeah,
Yeah, that shit was
that
fun.
was good. Yeah, that was a lot of
Yeah.
fun. That I wish we could have recorded that. That would have
Dude,
been an episode, a skeleton closet episode.
we could have had a reality TV show in the house, man. How many people like just kind of open door policy in that bitch?
It's true. There's
Like
a lot.
we had just
It was active,
fucking people.
but wholesome. It wasn't like, you
I
know,
think,
it wasn't like on Bravo. It could have been on like
yeah,
VH1.
yeah, probably more like pop up reality show, like a pop up.
Oh,
Remember pop up videos? I love
I
pop up
remember
videos
pop-up
back in the day,
videos.
dude.
Yeah.
You get to
Yeah.
learn what Alanis Morissette was going through when she made her song. Isn't it ironic? Oh, she's like, it's
That's
like rain on your wedding day, you know. But anyway, yeah. Do you I see here, hold on. I saw here um it sounds like wait, this yeah, let's dive into this one, dude, because this shit was funny. You said this and you said the Rolling Stones are going.
right. You can't even say it, but you have to intro it for the listeners. Maybe they don't know.
All right. Kenny sent this to me. The Rolling Stones are going on tour in 2024, and that tour will be brought to us by AARP. What is AARP, Kenny?
That is the American Association for Retired Persons. And they are the title sponsor. In fact, if you go to the tour photo right there in the corner, see if I can get this for you. Right underneath the Rolling Stones, AARP. Says here half off coupons will be handed out for walkers, wheelchair access everywhere. There's an open dance floor. Says there's an open dance floor, but I can't imagine that anywhere. But
with what are those things where you can like strap in and so like you're kind of hanging? It's like an anti-gravity dance floor.
wide aisles for jazzies is part of the pitch there. No, I made all that up. But they're
Aqualetics.
no joke though. In May on the 30th, they're in Gillette, dude. They're playing Foxborough.
Oh, that's a fun place to be.
They're playing
Oh.
also at Cleveland Brown Stadium in June. And
The
SoFi
thing,
Soldier Field twice. They're playing Soldier Field twice. Wow. They had to do 2 shows in Chicago.
there's just no way, right? There's just no way these dudes are sounding good, dude. Like, there's just no way. Like, that many tours, there's got to be so much what do they call that?
The
Lip
people,
singing.
so there's been a few performances that I've heard people talking about, and
Yeah.
everybody says they jam still, like they move still, they still the Stones, which is
How old are
impossible.
these motherfuckers?
The
Like,
oldest humans alive, I think, is actually true.
they're like, you know, I don't know what kind. I wish there was like a word for it, like when like people are like, oh, there's like Gen Xers and Gen Zers and all this and like baby boomers. Like, what's the word for like people that have looked old for fucking ever? Like
Right.
Morgan Freeman, James Earl Jones. These motherfuckers been old forever now.
Let me ask you something. How old are you now if you were born in 1943?
Oh, dude, this is bad. 80, 82.
That's Mick Jagger.
You telling me, see, bro, this is some funny thing. So you're saying he's 82, right? And he's out
Keith
there.
Richards is the same age, 43. I think that's actually, so that'd be 57 to the millennium and plus 20. So I think that's actually plus 23. 57 plus 23. What's that? 80.
80. Okay, so here's a concept
Why don't
that's
we
kind
have
of blowing my
AI
mind.
doing math for us?
Like,
Step our game up.
there's no way these 80-year-old motherfuckers. No, I'm shot out for being young forever. Forever young. I wanna be. There's just no way they putting on like a clinic out there, Kenny. You're talking back-to-back nights. How many shows in how many days? They get a week in between these shows as a football schedule.
Sorry, 80 is confirmed. Sorry, I was downloading an AI app so I could have them calculate the age. There's no way I should be doing that kind of math. 80 is confirmed though, so I did just confirm I can still do math. What was your question, sir?
Like, what is their shows? How much time in between each show?
So for example, in June, they're on the 3rd of June, they're in Orlando, the 7th of June, so 4 days
Okay,
later.
4 days. Okay.
More math. Awesome, me. Nice job. They're in Atlanta. And then on
Tough
the
segment.
11th, 4 more days later, more math. Killing it out here, dude. They're in Philly. And then 4 more days to the 15th, they're
Fuck
in
yeah.
Cleveland. All right. And then 5 days, so a little bit more rest. They're in Denver. It's a little far away. Denver's cold,
Cold.
arthritis, you know.
Yeah, it
And then
takes them a minute to get up in the morning.
7 days later on the
Oh,
27th, they're in
deeper in
Chicago.
the tour, the breaks get longer. I like it.
But then 3 days later, show again in Chicago.
And then they take like another 7 day.
Then they go to Canada on the 5th of July, and it looks like 5 days, 8 days, 4 days are the gaps I'm seeing.
Oh, all right. I like that break time because
Doable.
I'm over here thinking like, yo, night after night, there's no fucking way these guys are fucking hammering out this at 80 years old, right? Like, so respect. My bad, Mick and the gang. And cheers to y'all for still doing it. I'm sure there's gonna be a lot of people in town, a lot of old people who want to see the British hips shake. I bet you've got
Yeah,
new hips too, I bet you them
I'm
hips are
tempted,
top of the line hips.
like, and like in all honesty, like this might be it. Um, as far as chances to see the Rolling Stones, iconic rock and roll band, I'm tempted to try to get on one of these next year in the summer. The
I can
Hackney
respect that.
Diamonds Tour, sponsored by AARP. Let's see. For example, they're going to make 9.4 million per show, 58 performances. I was just wondering, like, what's this tour going to make for everybody? I wanted to know. I was trying to find that. What's the gross revenue for this series of concerts they're doing, sponsored by AARP, the Hackney Diamonds Tour, for the new album that they released, which apparently has made about 500 million. I think I heard
Well,
that.
what do you think the venue cut is?
I could tell you from this, Google, sorry, I shouldn't say that they're a monopoly or whatever. I got to say search engine result. Um, this says that they're going to make 9.4 million per show. That's what they made in 2019.
With inflation. So let's
So
just like what add that up, you know,
is that each?
per show. You're
I'm
telling
trying
me
to
they
figure
make,
that out. Yeah,
yeah,
per
like,
show.
I mean, I don't know, because you got to think like them shows kind of stimulate that local economy a little bit, right? People travel in, they stay at hotels, they go to restaurants, they make kind of like a weekend of it, you
Right?
know,
Oh yeah.
like, so I mean, you probably get paid enough. I don't know, man. I'd be interested to know what like the venue cut is.
Here's some reference for you. Let's see. In 2023, Elton John's Farewell Yellow Brick Road set a new
Mm.
record for highest grossing tour of all time with a revenue
Fuck.
of $939.1 million.
How many shows did you do? How many episodes? Shows? Does it have that? So then you could divide
I
that
could I
number.
can I can drill
And
into
then
that. Let's see.
I love
I could
that
probably
term.
figure that out.
Drill down for me, Kenny.
Drill
Drill
down.
down.
That's a industry term, bro.
And
They love drills and hammer and yeah, they love anything in that anything action oriented. That's the analogy you go with in my circle.
I'll tell you
Got to be
this.
action oriented. You got to
That
drill down, dig out.
that circle is definitely I've had that in at the eBay world. I remember we used to say you'd be
Drill
like
down.
drill down into an account. Dude, like that's how you get into the weeds.
Oh, get into the weeds. That's another good one.
Yeah.
I'm always like, what are we really saying here?
What the fuck are we talking
I've
about,
already
dude?
been into the weeds. Like, what are we talking about?
I just got out of the weeds like 2 days ago.
Like, I'm just,
Fucking hey. Damn,
I can't
900
go back.
million? Yeah, Elton's
Yeah,
nice live though.
yeah,
He's amazing
yeah.
live. So
Here's some cool ones that I found on accident. Madonna in 2008, her tour grossed $281 million. Ed
hmm.
Sheeran in 2019,
She ran.
$223 million.
Okay, so like that average is kind of like too. So they need that old money. You know,
Compare that
you
though
need
with
that
Elton John.
401k money.
But Elton
Yeah.
John, 939 million.
I
That's
saw him for free.
4 times as much. That's crazy.
Yeah, like uh, I
Seven.
just bet you they do some, that's like what's her name? Taylor Swifty, right? Time person of the year, which is baffling to me. It's baffling to me. But like, yeah, it's all about like she stimulates economies, bro.
Right?
And she's a positive person. Now, she was in a competition with like Vladimir Putin.
Ooh.
But yeah, dude, like it's a pretty easy person to pick at that point. You know, big
The Rolling
steam.
Stones are already seventh on the list of highest grossing tours of all time. And they are one of only two
Man,
bands to ever have the highest grossing tour in a decade, twice in 2 different decades. And I bet you
they're
you
like the
cannot
Andy
guess
Reid
the
of
other
bands.
band.
The Beatles.
Ooh, no.
Okay, hot or cold? Like, is it
Ugh,
kind of in the
cold.
area? Is it an old band or a new band? Like what
Active today.
active today?
Recent residency at the Sphere in Las Vegas.
Oh fuck, Blink 182.
No.
Who got a recent residency at the Sphere in Las Vegas? I don't know
You
why I
too.
threw out Blink. You too. Ah, yeah,
That's the
with
other
that
one.
fucking yeah.
Yeah.
I'm not surprised
Interesting.
by that. Not who I would have guessed either. I would have gone down a way different rabbit hole of bands. So shout out to
Yeah.
you two. Sunday, bloody Sunday. There's a lot of money. I can buy a lot of Sundays.
They're almost done with the
Uh,
residency, and I'm excited about that because I've been waiting to get into the Sphere. That thing looks incredible on the
it does look
inside.
pretty crazy.
Like it looks insane. Like some of the like they put you in the scenery and it's 3D around, like you literally are in a sphere and you transported somewhere else. It's cool. It's
Dude, I
fun.
saw that like a clip of a band playing in there, and behind them was like it looked like they were just playing on the strip of Vegas. I was like, dude, that's tight. It's like that's crazy, dude. No,
Mm.
like I'd be
One
interested in knowing.
more game for you with this subject that we did not plan on, but is probably my
Like it.
favorite so
It's
far.
awesome. Yeah.
um, I want you to try to guess who had the highest grossing tour of 2023, and I will tell you the total, and it might not help.
Tell me the total.
This artist's per total for their tour in 2023 estimated gross of 906 million to date.
It's gotta be Taylor Swift.
Yeah, you got it right away. Nice job.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's insane.
I couldn't tell you who first popped into my head. I was like, it's probably Drake.
Ooh,
That was like the
I
first
don't
person. I was like,
know.
Drake, Aubrey,
That
Aubrey's
is
bitch ass.
incredible. But I think this brings us to a segue topic that you had on the list of things to talk about, recently named Time Magazine's Person of the Year.
Yeah, that was old Taylor. So
Is that old
it's
news?
kind of crazy, dude. Like
That was recently.
I
That was
guess,
just a few days ago. That was
yeah. I
today,
mean, I think it was like just announced. It was kind of baffling to me
December
because
6th. That's
like
today.
you
I
got
shouldn't have said
like,
that.
is that today?
We're live.
Yeah,
No, we're live. Whenever you're listening to this is live.
it's happening right now. Yeah, it's December. Yeah, dude, I think it's interesting. I think that we choose interesting things to be like, time person of the year. What does person of the year entail? Right? Like, how did Vladimir Putin become person of the year?
Was he?
Or yeah, that
Uh,
was who she was in a competition with.
nah.
Like if you look at the list of people that she was, you just start to wonder, you're like, so what are we doing here? Like who's really changing the world? You know? But if you're stimulating economies with the $900 million fucking tour, bruh, that's pretty nice.
Person of the year
I would have
is
fucking
in,
question.
see, time feature group idea or object that, for better or for worse, has done the most influence the events of the year. Not necessarily good. It says that in the mission statement.
Not necessarily good. So
But no,
hypothetically,
it says.
it could be like, yo,
I
Adolf
mean,
Hitler, fucking time person of
featuring a
the
person, group, or idea or object that, for better or for worse, has done the most to influence the events of the year. Let's see.
That's interesting. I don't know though. Like, what influence was this? An NFL push? Is this like, man, Travis Kelsey now dates Times Person of the Year?
I mean, so
Now
there
every time
are
the NFL puts her over on the over under 5.5, Taylor Swift visuals during the Chiefs game, they're gonna
I
refer to
will
her as
say
Time
that
Person of the Year.
you want to play another game real quick before
Yeah,
we do
fuck
whatever else
yeah.
we got? Can you guess who was Time's Person of the Year in 1938?
Franklin Delano Roosevelt.
Nah, it was Hitler.
Was it?
Yeah.
So he
Yeah, it
was
was
on the list.
yeah.
Yo, what are we
Yeah.
doing?
Most
What are we?
influence, good or bad. Most
Yeah.
influence. Probably
But I feel
true.
like that's like an
Just
award.
saying. It's not.
You win at influencing.
We're just suckers for awards. I bet we want a ceremony. I bet there's a ceremony now. Maybe a
Like,
show where they give out some like other ones too. They're like, there's the other persons of the year. I love award shows. Don't you? I watch them all. I'm a
you,
sucker.
I
All
will
of them.
say,
Emmys,
I,
Grammys,
I'm
Oscars,
like a
Tonys,
highlights guy. I'm a highlights guy.
Kimmys, Bennies,
The
Dunnies,
Emmys, the
Timmys, all of
Benihanas.
them. All of it. I love award shows. MTV Music Video Awards. Those were awesome. I love music videos.
They
The
were
kids show the
they were
CMT.
solid.
I'm a
You like
sucker for the CMT awards. That is always a show, dude.
you love
Always a
Leanne
show.
Rhymes.
Word, dude. Grand Old Opry. Let's go.
Uh,
Just
that
saying.
shit
If they had a
making my
Person of
jaw
the
hurt.
Year award show, I'd watch it. That's what I'm saying. That's
Could
an
you
interesting
imagine,
topic, though.
dude? Like, paint that picture, right? You have an award show, and you have Putin. You have
Oh, that's good.
right President Xi
Yeah.
because he was on the list. You have Taylor
Um,
Swift. You have the strike. I think the writer strikers were on the list, right? Those people.
There you go. Yeah.
Sam Altman, the guy who I think should have won because he created AI
Who do
basically, but
you
opened it up. Not created it, but like open AI, right? Um,
do you
but like
know who won it last year?
I would assume it was some kind of president.
Close. Yeah, sure. They are. Not of the Americas.
What about that guy
Yeah, that's the
that
guy.
from
Yeah,
Europe
you're on it. Yeah, you're on it. Yeah, that's the
that
con.
has the hair?
Yeah, he has hair. Yes.
Yeah, Boris.
Previous no. That's Britain's former Prime Minister Britain, who recently has been exposed as saying COVID was no big
Is
deal
it
and
Putin?
not
Is
even
Putin?
that. No, it was Volodymyr Zelensky.
Oh yeah, you
Ukrainian's prime minister.
happened.
Prime minister, I believe.
So.
I skimmed over his title there. A lot of presidents, man. A lot of presidents on this list. Dwight D, JFK, a couple of popes, Martin Luther King's on this motherfucking list, dog. Sorry, excuse my language. Sorry, mom.
Like T Swift, you on a list with the MLK? Come on,
That's
man.
what's up. I don't know if that's hit her yet. Somebody should at her that, like, you on the same list as Hitler and MLK.
yeah. Where you
the fuck is this list, dog?
You on the same list as Hitler and MLK, dude. I'm straight up, bro. Like,
I'm sorry if I've offended.
That shit's crazy. And I bet you if you go down that list even more, there's even
everybody.
more
There's
crazy
everybody.
people on that list.
Yeah, all of them. Ted
I would
Turner,
assume
Bill Clinton.
is Ernesto Che Guevara on that list? I bet you Che.
I guarantee he is.
Fidel Castro.
Jeff Bezos in 99. George Bush twice. W.
Is it W Bush? W?
How about this? 2007, Vladimir Putin. 2008, Barack Obama. Zuckerberg. In 2011, they just gave it to the protester.
They just gave it to a protester.
Yeah, I don't know what that's all about, I guess, but
Stalin, 1939.
Trump got it in 2016.
Gorbachev.
The Guardians got it in 2018. Not the baseball team. Sorry, I thought that was awesome for a second, but no. Joe Biden.
No.
Taylor Swift. Elon Musk in 21. Kamala Harris in 2020. That's dope. So it's pretty good. Greta Thunberg. So that's
she's that.
That's that environmentalist girl. That was awesome. I remember that. That was dope.
JFK on
Shout
that.
out. Shout out to
Richard
you, Greta.
Nixon on that twice. Dick Nixon.
Yeah, it's good. This is quite a list. And so when you think about the criteria, the person who had the most influence on the events of the year, for better or worse, it's a pretty interesting list.
Can we just give
historical sense of it? And it's not an award. You got to remember that. It's not an award.
Yeah.
And I will say that the Taylor Swift is justified, and her step leak into the NFL is just proof of her footprint. And a
All
lot of
right.
dudes are going home saying, like, no way, Travis Kelce is way more famous. But sorry, dudes, Taylor Swift is way more famous than
Way more
Travis
famous.
Kelce. Like 6 or 7 A's on that, dude. Like way more
Like,
famous,
like
dude.
Travis Kelsey's like rich, right? But like Taylor Swift is
Oh,
1% rich.
she's on
Like,
Stone's level rich. Her tour made as much as the Rolling Stone, Elton John's tour. Ugh.
dude, 1982 Time Person of the Year. Go.
Oh man, off the top of my head, I
Yeah.
have the list in front of me, but I could cheat, but I'm not gonna. I'm not
Try it if you
cheating.
want.
But the computer.
Yeah. Wow. Kenny, you've won an award. Come
No, I
on
cheated. I told you
down.
I literally stalled as I was scrolling down to 1982.
It was great though. Like, I mean, it was
Yeah, there you go.
fantastic. Who was I
Ronald
thinking?
Reagan. Yeah, that's good.
Dude,
That's a
you.
fun list to be on. And is if you're on that level, you're on. They started giving out in 1927. Charles Lindbergh was the first recipient of the award.
Yeah, it's crazy to me that like somebody could be on an award with like you said, like Richard Nixon, MLK, you know,
Putin,
Hitler,
Trump.
Stalin. Like it's
That's
kind of
quite a list,
crazy.
man. That
FDR
is
on
a
there
lot of
twice,
people. Yeah,
you
Churchill
know.
twice, Stalin twice. I
That's
mean,
crazy.
it's just a measure of
Gandhi,
influence. Gandhi,
dog.
hell yeah. Shout
Gandhi.
out. Shout out to the homie Gandhi. That's my dude.
Yeah. Like
Mahatma.
you just like, whoa, bro.
That's my guy.
That's nuts. You know what though, Kenny, you've helped change my perspective. I will say that I can strongly communicate across the airwaves that I did not look up Time Person of the Year. I did not know it was for better or worse. I did not
Oh,
know
dude,
it didn't matter if you were a good, because that would explain why I'm like reading
we
this
learned this
list of
together, bro.
finalists, going like, why the
Yeah.
fuck is Vladimir Putin on like
You
good person of the year?
we learned this
But
together,
that's
bro. I did not know that
not
either, and I'm
it.
happy to have taken this journey with you. And you were right in squinting at the list, because when you see the things on it, yeah, I squinted at that list too.
You're like,
Oh, what?
Jesus Christ.
Wait,
He
who
didn't make
works
the
for
list. He
Time?
didn't make the list.
Oh, who's even there? Probably Stephen A. Smith.
Stephen A. B. Stephen B. Smith, you know.
Stephen B. Smith.
uh, dude, this is crazy, dude. It's crazy. Man, shout out to the person who updated Wikipedia that quickly with the biggest bio behind somebody who doesn't.
Guaranteed Swifty. Guaranteed. I put money on it. If we did some if we put AI on that, I guarantee they'd find them. And I guarantee they've been to the Eras tour. Yeah, look at that.
You know the tour name, bro?
Eras. Yeah, the Eras tour, dude.
I'd see Taylor Swift.
I would. I'd go.
Yeah.
I'd jam. I mean, so I jam Taylor Swift like with my daughter, my wife, and we jam it. And we jam it. It's good, but I'm telling you, like,
I'll
I like
jam
it.
that shit by myself,
Not,
Kenny. I don't need
I'm
my
not gonna
wife or
lie.
daughter in the car.
I'm not making. I'm just saying, like, not all the time do I listen to it by myself. Just sometimes.
I don't think there's anything wrong with it. Right? Like the
Hey,
shit's jammy. She puts out tracks and you're like, I don't really want to like Taylor Swift, but then you put on some hits like, you know, boom. The next thing you know, you're like, I know these words. I don't even know how. Like,
yeah, I'm all about it.
nothing
I
we can
could sing
do
them
about
all.
it.
I'm not even gonna hide it
Yeah.
anymore. I could sing them all.
I knew you were a Swiftie.
I am.
Although I will say,
100%.
shout out to the camera person that caught Jason Kelsey and DeAndre Swift. Is that his name? DeAndre Swift?
Oh, yeah. Next to
Right?
each other.
Is it?
Yeah.
Yeah, next to each other, and was
Yeah.
like, yo, the real Kelsey and Swift,
Yeah.
after the beloved Eagles, the
Well,
Philadelphia Eagles.
shout out to the Jason Kelsey as well, the homie for
You watch
didn't
his
win
Amazon thing?
sexiest man of the year, right? Like
Oh
people like
yeah, I saw
people
that.
mags, like that's what's up.
It's a man of the people, dude. You
Yeah, he
know?
is. He's a
Yeah.
bearded teddy bear.
What do you think? Well, like, what do imagine like
No offense, Jason. Sorry. Come on the show.
well, like, yeah,
Cross
shout
pod
out.
with the Kelsey
Yeah.
brothers.
New heights. Let's go. But my dad's
New
from
heights.
Ohio.
High heights.
High heights.
Higher heights. Off season.
New heights, but squared in like heights, like HIGHTS.
Yeah. See, we've already named it for you guys. We'll do it all. I've got the Zoom.
I got that. We got that.
Bring
I'm
a
sure
beer.
you guys have good technology too. But
Bring a
like,
beer. Oh, they've got a studio, probably, dog.
no, dude, you
good.
got to watch.
I haven't watched.
They just do
I
it from
haven't.
their living rooms or whatever.
I haven't watched it yet. I got to do it though.
Yeah, I mean, it's pretty all right. Like
Barry Sanders, honestly, Barry Sanders is first on my list.
That shit's fire. That shit's.
I've heard.
Man, he's so humble. He's just a cool dude.
Yeah, he's the best.
Until he came out and he was like, I think the game's being played better. And it's like some positions, not the quarterback position. I can't
I agree with him.
I think
you
the
see
quarterback. Yeah, I think
play? They have the hardest job on the field, and those guys are so fucking athletic. Like running full speed with somebody and turning and following all the rules and knocking a ball away or intercepting a pass. That's impressive to me, man. I don't have that kind of feat. I would fall so fast.
I got a question for you. Can he let me ask.
Say it. He said it. He said it. He said the thing. Yeah.
Let me ask you something. As the game gets faster and quicker and better,
so good.
Do you ever think there'll be another white cornerback?
Yeah, probably. But he better be fast.
The problem is like they're always small, man. It's like the Cooper Cups. Cooper Cup can't hit nobody.
Let me ask you something.
What's up?
Do you think if Kyle Shanahan put Christian McCaffrey at quarterback, that he would be a good quarterback?
Like the Micah Parsons conversation? Is that what you mean? What do you mean? Like, I don't know.
Like, if do you think that he could make Christian McCaffrey good?
I don't think
at quarterback. I think so, but that's just a credit to the athlete. And so that's the kind of person you need at that position if they're going to compete in the faster, better league that you were mentioning before. They got to be like that.
Yeah, I mean,
but I did hear somebody say today that it seems to be kind of cyclical, and it's an answer and response, offense and defense kind of a thing that happens. And so the trend right now that's beating defenses is a fast quarterback that can run and get away. And defenses are adjusting to that. And as they adjust, the thing that's going to beat that defense is a quarterback that could process information really good and step back and throw the ball. What's so funny?
Because I was confused for a bit, right? I said corner back.
Oh.
Like,
yeah. No, at all.
Will we ever see another Jason Sehorn out there?
No. Oh, I see. I didn't catch that because I didn't even. That's not even a question. Why would you ask that? No, the answer
like,
no.
Do you ever think that we'll have another
quarterback?
Quarterback? I thought you said quarterback.
The answer to that might be no, too. Sorry, I don't know.
I was like, what is Christian McCaffrey? Like, what do you come? Wait,
do you think he'd be a good DB corner? I think so too. I bet Christian McCaffrey would be good at DB too.
Our good guys are always small, and you need length at that position. You need to be fast, and lump, you know. Somehow we always end up wide receivers or tight ends. Like,
Centers.
yeah. But like what I'm trying to get to is like, well, I just wonder, like it's the one position that like I remember just being like, oh, Jason Sehorn, the only
Right.
oh,
Um, yeah. No, not fast enough, man.
bro, we're not fast
Sorry.
enough.
That's what I'm saying. Like that is the most I shout out to the DBs, man. The corners with an N, not
Yo,
quarter. The corners. My bad.
the corners. Um,
Uh,
Kenny, that shit's man, goddamn, this shit is always everything's always bad for you, right? I mean, I guess it's alcohol, so it's intentionally bad for you.
Technically poison, I think.
Dude, as we sunset off into
Probably
the
about that time.
distance,
Yeah.
I got this fantastic, fresh out of Schilling, out of our guys up in Auburn, Washington, right? Is that where they are? It's crushable, it says. Um, yeah, Auburn. Uh, Welcome to the Legends of Cider series, our tribute to the creative and curious craft of cider making. Because I figure, a little nightcap, I'm gonna go downstairs, pop a little something in the mouth. You know, been big into the Eddie
Mini corn
game
dogs.
lately. Big into the Eddie game lately.
Oh.
Indulge fellow legend in this crushable cider, bursting with juicy blackberries and tart blueberries. Antioxidants.
Mm.
This cider is guaranteed to put you on cloud nine. Unicorn, sparkles, and moonbeams, not guaranteed. Cheers, Bari. I'm gonna have me some moonberries, bro. Check out
Moonberries.
this. Check out this
Oh,
unicorn sitting
unicorn.
on the crescent moon
Is
with
that a
this little
cantaloupe?
tree.
Is the moon.
I think it's eating some berries, bro.
Those are berries. Those berries look blue. Dude, that's probably got
Blueberries.
antioxidants in it. Well, I'm just gonna, as we sunset, I will hop rise with Squatter's Hop Rising IPA.
Oh,
But you know what? It's not just an IPA, it's a double IPA. So I feel like it's a 2-for-1. And I just feel like I'm getting more bang for my buck out of this. And so I just would
oh,
like to thank Squatters for that. And also shout out 5 cents donated to breast cancer research for each
oh,
pink
shut
can
out.
sold. So when you're in the store and you see the pink can, buy it. It's a delicious beer and you're helping.
Is that in your regular store, Kenny?
Yeah, I got the no, that was yeah, everywhere. Everywhere
Everywhere?
drinks, adult beverages are sold
Everywhere adult beverages are sold. Okay.
in
I like
cans,
that. I
pink
love
can.
that. What a read by you. What a
So
read.
since 1989.
It's almost like you've done like 80 episodes of some podcasts or something like that.
We should probably start auditioning for beer reads. Like, I don't know. Like, I mean, I've shared with you my affinity for Strange Brew, the movie Strange Brew,
Yeah.
and how much what we do is what they did on the show. I don't know if you remember the Mackenzie brothers had a television show.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so I don't know that maybe there's a future in that somewhere. Maybe to
I
our
can
German
agree.
fans, if does Germany have late night TV programming? Would
do we
anybody
do we
be
become like
interested in, and we could become German TV stars, and we would basically do the American version of Strange Brew every night.
I'd be all for that.
Idea guy. That's
Um
all I am.
by the way, yeah, we'd have to have like something that was like the same outfit too, like a Wayne's World type
Oh
theme,
yeah,
you know?
totally.
Like I fucking love
We'd get the
that.
set. They had the set that was like
Yeah.
the big map and
That,
stuff. We would recreate it. I'm a huge fan, so
I do
I
think
already
that
actually have it built in the back. So
you built it. You built it.
yeah, yeah.
The built a
I just
fish.
hang out there sometimes by myself. Eh, fucking hoser.
Fucking hoser. Couple Molsons, eh? Tarps off for the boys, eh?
Don't take the last jelly.
Slap a couple pucks down the net, eh?
Let's do it, eh?
Slap a couple biscuits in the bin.
I'm all about it, eh? I'll bring the Labats.
Ooh, couple blues for the boys, huh? Tarps off.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
It's my jam.
Yeah. You need to watch Shoresy. That's what you need to watch on Hulu.
Oh,
yeah. Hulu. Watch yourself some Shoresy.
Live sports.
Some nice, good Canadian fun.
I like Canadian fun.
Yeah, you know, we all like good Canadian fun.
Slater Kinney, the people like.
Yeah, it's the same guy who does Letterkenny. Yeah.
That's right. That's the band is Slater.
Letterkenny is the chick from Portlandia.
Right. That's her band.
That's her band. Yeah.
Right. That's what. Sorry, there's a cross in my brain every time.
I respect that though. I mean, like it's a connection.
I must have learned about him at the same time.
At the same time, bittersweet. Not a singer. Not a singer.
I thought it sounded good.
I'm more of a sports guy.
Fantasy football owner.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Yeah. By the way, let me tell you something. Can't win them all. You know, can't win every year.
No.
Gotta rebuild. As reigning champ.
Not like we draft from scratch every year.
Yeah. As reigning champ, you just fucking you take your lumps. You're out. Yeah, I'm excited to watch.
You're champ.
I'm excited to watch who wins. Can't win them all.
It's gonna be tight.
But I was bad in that league, bro.
Not gonna lie, yeah.
That was bad. Not my best year.
The playoffs were set last week. I don't know if anybody else caught that in the league, if anybody's watching, but the playoffs were set, like clinched. Like the bottom two were E and everybody else was X last week.
It was rough.
It's okay.
It's rough.
I'll hold it down for the show, for the hosts. I got it.
I hope that you pick up your first ship, right? I've won 2. Andy's won 1, right?
Yep.
Can't win them all. Every year right now. I'm a every other year franchise. Still a dynasty though.
You're probably still a dynasty. Are you tanking on purpose?
Trying to get that first couple picks.
Why? So you could trade back?
Yeah, for the 11. Yeah.
To get Marvin Harrison Jr. Marvelous Marvin.
Now, I will say though, and it is nice
to everything for that pick in Cleveland.
we will give you Deshaun Watson. Oh, we don't want Deshaun Watson.
Please.
Yeah, I am impressed though. Like, I think I've gotten my ass whooped so much in this league. Okay, it's really been it's been pretty rough. But I know you're sitting there 10-3. I think you mentioned that earlier on in the show. You were hyping up. I got to give a shout out to the wife at number 2, Najee by nature. Great play name. On words. Great name. Jeffrey really knocks that out of the park. I will tell you.
It was a good job.
Every year, I'm like, Des Gurley is on fire. Come on. What are we doing here? Des Gurley is on fire.
Todd Gurley. I remember him.
Yeah, right. That's he. The McFlys, by the way,
tie
Andy always
three-way tie for 2. Always there.
The best name, I think,
Stroud Boys.
Arguably the Stroud Boys. Yeah, that's 100%. Some funny shit. That's a nice play on words. I will say the guy lives in Tennessee, so relevant. I have questions. Got questions, lots of them. Are you a member? You catch my drift, huh? Huh, buddy?
Gets best name trophy though. I agree. That's a unanimous vote.
Keystone Heavy, right? Colton, owner, a creator of the logo. Shout out. Dylan Rosenberg. At least he's in the playoffs in this league because we know how he is in another league. He's definitely another one. Yeah.
Well, I might be there with him. I might be playing him in the consolation in that one as well. So. That's what I'm saying. And that was my chance for a 3-peat in that one. So,
3.
That would have been if I can get in this week. If I could dance, I could 3-peat.
3-peat? You won back to back?
It's unlikely.
COVID year, shit just
Yeah.
fucking it's fugazi.
Well, and I couldn't celebrate the last one because of how it ended, if you remember, with the whole guy on the field
Yeah. Shout out though.
dying.
Hey, he's played
He's
a couple
back.
snaps this year,
It's awesome, man. A few tackles. It's awesome.
Pops at the 7 spot. Alex, Wolf Dogs, right? Me and Trey, bottom of the barrel. Fucking rough.
Yeah.
I'm talking
What does E
Buzz's
mean?
girlfriend,
Ooh.
Wolf.
It's all
But
right.
I'll live vicariously through you, bro. I hope you win. We got another week of we've got another week of just, rubbish. Get your lineup set, keep your eyes on the waiver wire. That's my recommendation, right? And then the playoffs hit. In the playoffs. Talk about
playoffs.
playoffs hit, and we're in a different kind of conversation, right? Everybody's 0-0. Nobody's won.
It's true.
You didn't won shit.
Nothing.
How many games you won, Kenny?
After 1 week, 0.
Nothing.
Yeah. In 1 week, it'll be back to 0.
Yeah.
So,
and then it's every man
but
for
I'm dancing.
themselves.
But I got my tap shoes on.
Oh, you tapping? Huh? Laces tied tight?
Laces out, dog.
Laces out, Finkel. Finkel is Einhorn.
Einhorn's a man. Yes, precisely.
I will say though,
the best matchup I think though is McFly's versus Najee by Nature this week. I'm watching that one.
Keep your eyes on it.
That's for number 2.
That's a shift, but you never know. You never know who's strategically trying to throw that game and maybe try to get a better matchup. You never know. We'll find out. I mean, like you should try to lose one so that won't come out. You don't put that energy in the locker room. Just keep sustaining success.
I will.
Listen, this isn't the CFL. Okay, that's a different league. That's a different animal.
You're right.
Different kind of environment. Dogs and dogs. You know what I'm saying? People are chomping at the bits. There's a lot. I think that thing's got like 6 teams that are vying for fucking 2 spots or some shit like that. Like
it's dogs. It's a dog fight.
Tight butthole in that league. You know what I'm saying?
A dog fight for sure.
I will say that
one's like 15 years old too. By the way, that league.
It's pretty old too, for sure. I think in that league I have like, I could be wrong. I could be very, very wrong. But I think I just looked at it and I own like all the tiebreakers if I were to lose.
Oh shit!
Because I just beat you. Yeah. I think the only one I don't have is Tim Spencer. I think Smoke and Puka gave me the business,
He did. He did.
Yeah. I will say though,
right now it's got me out. So
is that what IBM Watson is predicting?
Yeah, it's right now. It's got me out.
Does it have Devery winning?
It doesn't go that far. It just projects the seeding for the tournament.
Oh, in CFL.
Yeah.
Okay, that makes sense. Yeah, I was thinking of
Watson is predicting Silence of the Lamb.
Ooh,
is the winner.
Interessante.
Standing at number 1 now.
Oh, I was looking in the other league. Oh, DeMille, Cam.
Yeah.
I'm in a little thread with Cam and Pearson. And I told them because they were trying to shame my teams.
Oh, well, yeah, well.
And I told them, if I get in this fucking playoff, you better watch out. I'm fucking coming for blood. I'm biting off legs, dog. It's about whose team's peaking at the right time. If Eli Manning can beat Tom Brady twice in the Super Bowl, anything can fucking happen. Okay. Sorry, I'm
Yeah, I was
emotional.
looking at that wrong. It's good, dude. You should be emotional. In that other one, it's got. Yep, that was right. I was right. I read it right. Well, what's next for us, bro?
Well, Tiger's back.
Yes.
How was that, dude? Was that nice?
Yeah. I mean, it's his event. Only 20 golfers played. No cut.
Yeah, fucking the bet was
He
silly. It
finished
wasn't even
even.
fucking match
Scheffler
play.
ended up winning. Finau took like fifth, I think. It's good. It's
No.
fun. I watched it instead of
That seems
working.
like a nice that seems like a nice just like a party. Like,
And they're in the
hey, let's all
Bahamas.
let's all go to the Bahamas and just fucking hang out. Invited only, my guys. You
Yeah.
know,
It's
I
an
bet you
invitational.
Charlie's there and he's fucking raging. Bet you
Probably.
Charlie's a big Jack and Coke guy.
Guaranteed.
just
Big Jack
just
guy.
like Dad. a nice value, man. Jack and Coke. Oh shit. Sorry, Tiger. I still love you, dude. You're the fucking man. You know.
Him and Rory's league is delayed a year. I don't know if you saw that.
I
Roof
think that
collapsed
league is
on the
kind of
venue.
bullshit, dude.
Man,
Like, okay, again, I'm pro one side of the aisle. That I think we've never really even talked about it, but it's merged over and now it's becoming one because fucking lawyers and lawyer fees are expensive. And when you
yeah.
have gold, uh, first cash, you're losing that battle 9 times out of 10, my friend.
Oh
Um,
yeah. Yep.
but um, it's the same thing. It's the same teams, Alabama this or the whatever. It's the same concept. So like, it's not an original idea. It's not a. It's kind of like I'm sure the scoring will be different, and like and I think it's like kind of an interactive aspect. But like, you've just spent 2 years shaming on a team format to just go and create your own team format.
In the defense of it, it's fake golf.
Yeah, like it's not real golf.
It's no, it's like Top Golf. So
Yeah,
it's kind of like a bar version of golf.
they're
And
like it's just content golf.
so
It's
it's
just like, hey,
content golf.
it's YouTube.
Winter golf.
Yeah, like, oh, there's heaters here.
Yeah. It's
I
indoor.
wonder. You think they just fuck up a Top Golf? Do you think they're like
Oh,
that good?
guaranteed.
Where they're like, oh, every time they're just scoring like the high scores
Do
ever.
you fuck up a Top Golf when you go?
Like, I don't know. Depends on what I'm playing. Am I playing
Uh,
Angry Birds?
Nobody likes to go with me anymore.
Because you fuck up Top Golf so
I
much,
fuck
bro.
up some Top Golf, dude.
You're so good at Top Golf. You're the toppest golfer.
No, dude. Bottom top.
Oh, you're a bottom?
Bottom top.
Oh, weird.
Yeah,
Hybrid.
hybrid.
Yeah,
I swing the shit out of a hybrid, dude. I put it anywhere.
I mean, um, I don't live close to Top Golf, so it is about an hour away. So that's
Well,
that.
you're gonna hate my next proposal then.
What?
We record an episode of Two Homies chatting at Top Golf. You
That'd
at
be
yours,
fun.
mine at mine.
That'd be fun. Just like do it through the phones.
Yeah, just bring my laptop, set it up.
Yeah. And then just play some swings, bro, and then watch the thing. Yeah, dude, I'll fucking do that on a
All right,
Tuesday.
cool. On site
It's gotta be Tuesday.
on a Tuesday.
Yeah, half price.
Oh, right. Yeah.
I'm frugal. It just is what it is.
no surprise. But in Utah here, I now have to choose between two Top Golfs.
What?
They built one in Vineyard,
What?
right off of Geneva by the movie theater. There's About
For
Time Pub
real?
across the street and an ice cream shop and a pet store. So you can go play Top Golf, have a beer, get an ice cream, grab a burger, and get a new pet.
And buy a dog.
So that's what's up. I think there's a Panda Express there too, and a
Ooh.
Wingstop and a bank.
Hmm. You're a big Wingstop guy. I know
Big
that.
Wingstop guy. Once, twice
Big
a week.
wing. Yeah. Yeah. Big Wingstop guy. Um, Interesting, bro. I love that. I love that. Shout out to Vineyard. It's
Matt
just fucking blowing up. Unbelievable.
wasn't even a city 10 years ago.
Dude, not when I lived there. I remember I drove down one day. I was like, oh, y'all got a movie theater over here? It's fucking sick.
Right?
It's like, it smells like shit, though.
Yeah.
That
Never
don't
been.
change. Oh, I don't know about the movie theater, just the whole area.
Oh,
That sewer line over there.
it's
That
gotten
fucking
better.
plant. They fucking put that what is this guy called? Perfume, not the perfume, but the fart fume. What is that? Poopery.
Oh yeah.
They be put poopery in the sewer. Just a couple drops. Drop.
Boop, boop, boop. Poop gone.
Kenny, before we sunset. Well, I got calls in the morning. A lot less than today, but shit. Um, the you big fan of the end season, huh?
I think it's been fun. I
Yeah, you
think
like
it's
the end
made
season, huh?
I think it's made November basketball meaningful. And
Okay.
I don't think it's necessarily because of the in-season tournament. I think it's made it meaningful to the players. I think they
Yeah,
all
big
want
money.
LeBron said it best the other night. He said like, there's a chance to compete. I'm paraphrasing now. I couldn't quote him. His quote was perfect. I wish I had it and could quote it, but just Google it or whatever if you want to really hear it. But he's like,
Yeah.
there's a trophy and these guys are competing for it. So like, let's be dogs and compete for it. Like, just like, let's go. There's a
Yeah.
chance to compete. Let's go. And you could tell. I mean, last night against the Suns, I think him and Kevin Durant each had 30 points, and it's
They don't
fun. And
we don't get them a lot
I
on the
wasn't sure
court.
how they were going to differentiate because it's going on during regular season games as well.
Yeah. They've done a
So
good job of
so they
incorporating
did
it.
the different courts, and that's how
Yeah.
you know it's an in season turn. And I thought that was genius. And I
Yeah.
hated the courts at first, but they kind of grew on me. And the different jerseys too that they wore for those games are cool. So
I
I think
respect
it's a
that.
cool success. I think it's but I do think it's kind of like, okay, now you have two trophies. So all right.
I
But
think they got to do a
it's
little tweak, like
do they
just a
not
little tweaks, couple
some
tweaks.
tweaks? They're gonna, and then the
Yeah.
NBA, they're gonna be good about taking feedback and tweaking it. That's what they do
Yeah.
really
Adam
well.
Silver is very good at
He's really
like
good at that.
making adjustments to what they're doing. But I do think I like what you're saying. Like I'm a fan.
So
Like
you'll
I
probably
think
be
it's
able to speak to this more, but like in like soccer in like Europe, it's similar. There's like several
it's
seasons and
World Cup
several
format.
tournaments
Yeah.
and several trophies that you would win.
Yes. So like that is true, right? Like so you have multiple in-season tournaments,
Right.
like you have like
Copa
cross.
Cup and crossplay,
Yeah, yeah, you have like
whatever.
cross league like
Right.
type of tournaments, and then you have,
Right.
like the Euros, right, are
Sure.
out there. But I look at it like kind of like to your point. I guess that's a good point with like the like kind of European soccer format. But I thought it was World Cup format, right? Like you
Yeah.
have group play, whoever
Yep.
comes out of group play.
Absolutely.
I do think like the point differential thing was a little funny because then you have like the Celtics fucking intentionally fouling while they're up 30 plus points to keep a 23-point lead. Like, you know what I mean? Like that
uh,
literally happened
yeah.
to for
Yeah.
in-season tournament. So you got against the Bulls, but it's I like something different for sure. I think like to your point, it's like it'll get better as it goes. It's hard in the first because you're like, oh man, I want like this was a good matchup. I want another game. You know, like
Yeah.
I'm used to like not one and done. I'm used to like let me get a little series, best 2 out of 3 or some shit like
Right.
that.
Right. Yeah,
You
that's what we're
know,
used to with the NBA.
yeah, like
When you get to the playoffs and shit, for sure. You want to see
it's
them go a
it's the
few
war of
times.
attrition,
And that's
it's a
basketball. Basketball's
yeah.
played better like that.
And it's like the idea that like you can take a punch and
Yeah.
respond back to that punch, right?
Strategize.
Yeah, you get like you keep the seed, but like you get at least a home court here, a home court there. But I also like the Celtics got bounced against a really good Indiana Pacers team with a really good James Naismith who we drafted and traded to Indiana. So um yeah, really good squad. I
Really
like
good.
Tyrese Halliburton. Fucking fun to
Yeah.
watch. He's fun
Yeah.
to watch. Yeah. There's some good NBA is good right now. So
It
like,
is.
yeah,
It
and
is.
they'll be
It's a lot of fun.
expanding 2 teams here shortly. So fucking Vegas will have a team. Supersonics will be back. It'd be great.
Awesome. Grow
Yeah.
it.
Row it. Row it like pickleball.
Fastest growing sport in America.
Don't be left behind. But watching shrinking, huh?
Yeah.
We just rewatched that show for
Yeah.
sure.
I watched some of that the other night.
Fast. Not now, Liz's husband. Fucking B man's gonna be B man, bro. What are you gonna do? Yeah, man. Well, hey, I'm glad we were able to get on these ones and twos.
Agreed.
Shout out to the
Always a
listeners.
pleasure.
Shout out to everybody who still listens. And if you're listening in Deutschland, Dankeschön.
Cheers.
Auf Wiedersehen.